Have you ever thought about how creative you are? Many people think creativity is a rare gift, but it's not. Did you know that 72% of people have creative insights in the shower? Or that boredom can boost creativity by 26%? These surprising facts show that creativity is closer than you think. In this video, we're diving into how you can find inspiration in the ordinary. Imagine turning a boring commute into a source of creative ideas or finding artistic patterns in your morning coffee. Sounds interesting, right? We'll explore 6 unique strategies to help you see the world with fresh eyes. You'll learn how to embrace mundane moments, master the art of observation, and even use happy accidents to your advantage. Each chapter is packed with simple tips and real-life examples to boost your creativity. So, get ready to unlock your creative potential and see inspiration everywhere. Stay tuned as we uncover the hidden magic in your everyday life. Chapter 1. Embrace the mundane magic. Finding creativity in everyday life might sound difficult, but it's surprisingly simple. Everyday activities, like making breakfast or taking a walk, are full of inspiration. Imagine you're brewing coffee. The aroma, the sound of the coffee maker, and the steam rising can spark ideas. Try observing these moments closely. Author Elizabeth Gilbert, in her book, Big Magic, suggests that inspiration is often hiding in plain sight. Did you know that many artists, including Picasso, found inspiration in their daily routines? Start by changing how you view chores. Washing dishes? Think of the patterns in the bubbles or the rhythm of your hands. Use these moments to let your mind wander. Steve Jobs often took walks to solve problems and generate new ideas. Walking helps your brain relax and sparks creative thinking. Pay attention to the details. Look at the colors and textures around you. J.K. Rowling got the idea for Harry Potter while waiting for a delayed train. Inspiration can strike at the most unexpected times. Try keeping a journal to jot down thoughts and observations. This habit can turn ordinary moments into creative gold. Another great tip is to mix up your routine. Take a different route to work or try a new hobby. Novel experiences can trigger fresh ideas. Research from the University of California shows that trying new things boosts creativity. Be open to new experiences and let them fuel your imagination. Finally, embrace boredom. Let your mind wander without distractions. Studies show that boredom can lead to more creative thinking. So next time you're bored, instead of reaching for your phone, let your thoughts flow. You might be surprised at the ideas that come to you. Chapter 2. The Art of Observation. Observation is a powerful tool for creativity. Start by slowing down and really looking at your surroundings. Notice the small details. Leonardo da Vinci said, "Details make perfection, and perfection is not a detail." Look at the shapes of leaves or the way light reflects on a surface. These observations can become the seeds of creative ideas. Try people watching. Sit in a park or a cafe and observe how people move, talk, and interact. Each person has a story, and these stories can inspire your work. Sherlock Holmes, the famous fictional detective, was a master of observation. He noticed what others missed, leading to brilliant deductions. You can do the same in your creative pursuits. Carry a notebook to jot down interesting things you see. This habit helps you capture fleeting moments of inspiration. Renowned artist Georgia O'Keeffe often said that she found beauty in the smallest details. By paying attention, you can find creative inspiration in the mundane. Challenge yourself to notice something new every day. It could be a pattern on a building or the way someone laughs. The more you practice, the better you'll get. This skill can open up a world of creative possibilities. Observation isn't just about seeing, it's also about listening. Pay attention to sounds around you. The rustling of leaves, the hum of a coffee shop, or the chatter of birds can inspire creative projects. Soundscapes can add depth and texture to your ideas. Remember, creativity is about making connections. The more details you observe, the more raw material you have to work with. So, slow down, look closely, and let your observations spark your creativity. Chapter 3. Storytelling in Small Moments. Everyone loves a good story, and the best ones often come from everyday life. Start by paying attention to the small moments around you. A conversation with a friend, a quiet walk in the park, or even a bus ride can become a great story. Remember, it's all about the details. Notice the emotions, the expressions, and the little quirks. Think of each small moment as a piece of a puzzle. When put together, these pieces can create a bigger picture. The famous writer Ernest Hemingway once wrote a story in just 6 words: "For sale. Baby shoes, never worn." This shows how powerful small moments can be. Try to find the story in everything. Did you know that Pixar's storytelling formula starts with "once upon a time," followed by "every day," "one day," because of that, until finally. This structure helps them turn simple ideas into captivating tales. Use this formula to craft your own stories from daily experiences. Consider keeping a story journal. Write down interesting encounters, funny incidents, or touching moments. Over time, you'll have a treasure trove of material to draw from. Maya Angelou said, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you." So, let your stories out. Don't be afraid to add a touch of fiction to your real-life stories. Sometimes, a bit of embellishment can make a story more engaging. The key is to keep the essence of the moment intact. This blend of truth and creativity can make your stories more compelling. Think about the emotions involved. Good stories often evoke strong feelings. Whether it's joy, sadness, anger, or surprise, try to capture these emotions in your storytelling. Emotional connections make stories memorable. Research from the University of Berkeley shows that stories that evoke emotions are more likely to be remembered. Chapter 4. Serendipity and Synchronicity. Serendipity is all about happy accidents. Embrace the unexpected and see where it leads. Sometimes, the best ideas come from unplanned moments. Did you know that Post-it notes were invented by accident? Dr. Spencer Silver was trying to create a super strong adhesive, but ended up with a weak one instead. His mistake led to one of the most popular office supplies ever. Stay open to new experiences. Try activities outside your comfort zone. You never know what might inspire you. Julia Cameron, author of The Artist's Way, encourages people to take themselves on artist dates to explore new things. These solo adventures can lead to unexpected creative sparks. Look for connections between unrelated things. This is called synchronicity. Carl Jung described it as meaningful coincidences. For example, you might read about a topic in a book and then hear someone talking about it the next day. These connections can lead to new ideas. Keep a synchronicity journal. Write down coincidences and unexpected events. Over time, you'll see patterns that can inspire your creativity. Steve Jobs believed in the power of connecting the dots. He once said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward." Embrace randomness. Try using random prompts to spark your creativity. There are apps and websites that generate random words or images. Use these prompts as starting points for your creative projects. Research shows that randomness can stimulate creative thinking by breaking routine thought patterns. Don't dismiss ideas that seem odd or unrelated. Sometimes, the most innovative ideas come from the strangest places. Trust your intuition and follow where it leads. Albert Einstein said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant." Let your intuition guide your creativity. Chapter 5. Nature's Hidden Patterns. Nature is full of inspiration. Look around and you'll see patterns everywhere. From the spiral of a seashell to the symmetry of a snowflake, these patterns can spark creative ideas. Did you know that the Fibonacci sequence appears in many natural forms? This sequence creates a spiral pattern found in shells, flowers, and even galaxies. Spend time outdoors. Go for a hike or a walk in the park. Notice the shapes, colors, and textures around you. The natural world is a treasure trove of creative inspiration. Many artists, like Claude Monet, drew inspiration from nature. His famous water lily paintings were inspired by his garden. Try drawing or photographing what you see in nature. This practice helps you notice details you might otherwise miss. Ansel Adams, a famous photographer, spent hours capturing the beauty of nature in his photos. His work shows how powerful nature can be as a source of inspiration. Study the seasons. Each season brings different colors, smells, and sounds. These changes can inspire new creative projects. For instance, the vibrant colors of fall leaves can inspire a painting or a piece of writing. Research from the University of Michigan shows that spending time in nature can boost creativity by up to 50%. Look for fractals in nature. Fractals are repeating patterns found in trees, rivers, and mountains. These patterns are visually appealing and can inspire designs in art, architecture, and fashion. Mathematician Benoit Mandelbrot studied fractals and found they appear in many natural forms. His work has inspired artists and scientists alike. Nature also teaches us about resilience and adaptability. Plants and animals adapt to their environment in creative ways. For example, cacti store water to survive in the desert. These survival strategies can inspire solutions to creative problems. Think about how you can adapt your creative process to overcome challenges. Chapter 6: The Creative Power of Constraints. Constraints can actually boost creativity. Limitations force you to think outside the box. For example, Dr. Seuss wrote "green eggs and ham" using only 50 different words because of a bet. This constraint led to one of his most famous books. Set some boundaries for your creative projects. Try using only certain materials or working within a specific time frame. These limitations can lead to innovative ideas. Research from the University of Amsterdam shows that constraints can enhance creative performance. Think about famous architects like Frank Lloyd Wright. He often worked within strict guidelines, such as building on difficult terrain. These constraints led to unique and innovative designs. His falling water house, built over a waterfall, is a prime example. Use constraints to focus your creativity. Instead of feeling restricted, view them as challenges. For example, try writing a poem using only one-syllable words. This exercise pushes you to be more inventive with your language. Studies show that focused tasks can improve creative output. Consider financial constraints as well. Many filmmakers, like Robert Rodriguez, started with very low budgets. This forced them to be creative with their resources. Rodriguez's film, El Mariachi, was made for just $7,000 and became a huge success. Try working within physical constraints. Artists like Frida Kahlo created incredible works despite physical limitations. After a bus accident, Kahlo was bedridden for months but continued to paint from her bed. Her determination and creativity turned her limitations into strengths. Remember, constraints are opportunities in disguise. They push you to find new solutions and explore different perspectives. Embrace them and let them fuel your creativity. As Orson Welles said, "The enemy of art is the absence of limitations."